On this episode of How to Make Dinner, I'm making the most delicious creamy Dijon chicken recipe for one. Welcome to my temporary kitchen. I'm in France at the moment. My favorite thing about visiting other parts of the world is eating, of course. And most specifically eating the kind of food that is most common around those parts. So because I'm in France, I've just been craving French food. I've been eating a lot of bread, a lot of cheese, drinking a lot of wine. I've been eating a lot of Dijon mustard lately, and I'm not mad about it at all. It's just me for dinner tonight, and I wanted to make a really easy one pan wonder. So I thought, let's make a creamy Dijon chicken for one. I'm gonna use up some little bits and pieces that I've got lying around, and it's gonna be great. So let's do it. For this recipe, all you need is chicken, onion, garlic, wine, Dijon mustard, some cream, heavy cream, a little bit of oil for frying the chicken, salt, pepper, and then some kind of leafy green. I'm using a little gem lettuce here, but you could use spinach or arugula or anything else you have, and some cherry tomatoes. I'm gonna start preheating my pan over medium-high heat. And I've got some chicken breast here. I was planning on using chicken thighs, but when I saw that these breasts were discounted in the store for about half off because they're about to expire, I snatched them up. I often like to butterfly chicken breast because the more surface area that comes in contact with the pan and the sauce and the flavor, the better. But I kind of feel lazy right now, so I'm just gonna do a couple of slashes, and that'll allow for some of the sauce and seasoning and heat to kind of get in there. So they'll cook a little bit faster and they'll get better flavor permeation. And then I'm gonna season these really well with salt and pepper. I like quite a bit of pepper for these guys. So the pan is hot. I'm just gonna throw a little bit of oil in, not much. And then I'm just gonna lay these chicken breasts in with the slit sides down. So the chicken's gonna take about 5 minutes to cook on that side, so I'm gonna start making the sauce. And the sauce is really quick and easy, and it can be made basically while the chicken is frying. So I'm gonna chop my onion first. And this is just a whole small onion. And then I'm gonna smash and mince about 3 cloves of garlic. I'm not being too perfect about mincing this. It's just like more of a rough chop, I guess. Because we're ahead of schedule, I'm also gonna take my gem lettuce. I'm just gonna cut it into rough wedges with the idea that it's gonna kind of fall apart, and that's okay. I don't know how you feel about cooked lettuce, but I'm kind of a big fan. I kind of get in moods where I really crave it, weirdly. Okay, so back to the chicken. So this chicken has been cooking for about 5 or 6 minutes on the one side. I'm just gonna flip it over, and that's what you should see. Nice, dark, deep brown. That's gonna give us some really good pan juices as well. At this point, you don't need to worry about cooking it through because it's gonna cook through at the end in the sauce. So I'm just gonna let it cook for another minute or so on this side, and then I'm gonna make the sauce. Into the pan, I'm gonna deglaze these delicious juices by adding some onion. I'm not gonna add the garlic yet because this pan is quite hot, and I don't wanna burn the garlic. I'm gonna add a little pinch of salt to help pull some of the juices out of the onion. And just kind of sweat these for 3 or 4 minutes on their own. And once the onions have softened up, I'm gonna add the garlic. And once I start to smell the garlic, I'm gonna add the wine. I'd say that was about a glass worth of wine. And then once that's reduced down for a minute or so, I'm gonna add a good heaped teaspoon of Dijon mustard. This is my favorite. I love this stuff. And then about 3 to 4 tablespoons of cream. Into this deliciously flavorful sauce, I'm gonna add the gem lettuces. And then I'm gonna add the cherry tomatoes. And then before that cooks too much, I'm just gonna take the chicken and place it back in the pan and add the juices too. And then I'm gonna put a lid on it and let it cook for about 7 to 10 minutes or until the chicken breasts are cooked through. I'm so excited to eat this. I've got plenty of crusty bread. I've got some white wine. And I'm feeling pretty good right now. I'm gonna try this sauce. So good. It's delicious. The tomatoes just burst in such a nice way. And this kind of braised lettuce thing is just really nice and tender and a little bit crisp still. It's really good. So if you're noticing that the video style is a bit different today, it's because I packed my cameras and my tripods. And I even remembered like my microphone and the little phone that I have to record into. But the one thing that I did forget to pack was my camera batteries and chargers. So that's a lot of suitcase space that got used up by cameras and tripods that have no use to me now because there's no batteries. Anyway, so I hope that this makeshift phone video works out okay. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I hope you like the looks of this Dijon creamy chicken recipe for one. It's so nice, so perfect for this time of year, and really easy to make. And I hope you're having a really good summer, and I look forward to seeing you in the next episode. Cheers.